Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Diablo 3. My name is Wilfred. So this season 17 has been rather interesting. Got a chance to experiment different builds. So I started off with the Necromancer Inarius Poison melee build. Had fun with it, but didn't go too far. And for the season, I needed to roll a second character, so I've done a Monk Raymond build. Rather interesting as well. Had fun with it, but didn't really stick with me. And I went back to Legacy of Nightmare Singularity Mage build for the Necromancer because I think deep inside I always wanted to go back to the good old days of the 7 seasons ago when we first started playing the Necromancer. Super powerful build. You guys seen it on in action. Very fun to destroy everything on the screen. However, it's just two glass cannon. Didn't really enjoy it. I mean, it's great to have one of these like mages in a group, but as someone who play the mages, to play the mage and to remain deathless is very hard. So sort of like not really into it for a while. Then I've come across a Thorn build, so why not? Necromancer Thorn is very special. It's a little bit different from the Crusader Thorn in a way that it doesn't really, I mean, your main power doesn't really do any damage. You're really relying on your pet's Thorn to deal damage. So it's very interesting. And for the Legacy of Nightmare season, I'm doing my best to try to get as many Thorn gear as possible. So this video is an in-progress video, and it's not like the end state of my Thorn build yet. I'm still collecting the right gear with the right stat to make it really shine. So as and when I get better, I do another video on where I am. So meanwhile, a big congratulations to my wife who just crafted an ancient item. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see that someone have something good out from it. And I've been pretty bad luck for this season 17. Only have 2 primals so far, and both are lousy stuff. And last season, Witch Doctor, at this point in time, I had tons of primal ancient. But this season, just not getting the luck that I need. Maybe I'm not playing the high rift enough, but it's just not one of those season I got primal ancient. But really happy that my wife got this one, perfect rolls, perfect effects, and yep, so that is good. So now enough talking, do a little bit of rifting. So we are doing a little bit of 75 because we are just going to level up the gems and nothing dramatic. And as I level up the gem, I'm going to share with you my findings so far with the Necromancer Thorn build. So it is really about well, hang on, just be careful of the explosion here, by the way. So it's really about spreading the curses and so on. Just get as many curses as you can, and that's about it really. And it's super tanky. So if you play the Necromancer, you know that it's always kind of bad to hit stuff and so on. But I mean to get hit and so on. But for this Necromancer, it's really no problem. You can get hit by bullet, you can get hit by any lightning strike, poison, whatnot, you name it, he has it. So yeah, it's very durable. It's almost like surreal playing a Necromancer, whereby I mean, I've played so many builds, and all of them are somewhat kind of fragile, but this is one that is really powerful so far. I mean, maybe it's still low kind of rift, but I'm kind of having fun with it for sure. All right, so just work my way through, and it's not one of those maps that is fantastic to do kind of to make this build work, because in order for this Thorn build to shine, you need a higher mob density, whereby this map is just not enough these mobs around, so doesn't seem to be a lot to be around. So yep, there it is. And the yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to get used to it because it's strange. The I'm so used to having to dodge every single bullet, every single melee attack and so on. Now I'm just walking right into it, and hope that my pet would get the attack, and so as to get to do the taunt damage. Is weird stuff. It's just surreal. very surreal as a necromancer. I mean, this is 75, so in other, like, you know, my other necromancer build, it could be quite hard as well, you know, if you're not careful, if you rush into stuff, or some of this poison that I keep stepping onto, well, you know, yeah, I mean, it can be quite hard. I mean, but as you can see, this necromancer, the health regen is fantastic. Everything else is just, like, you know, surreal. No, there's one little guy there. Couldn't see him, but you can't really target anything to do, because you have to depend on whether that mob hit the pad or not. So I mean, it's definitely fun for Greater Rift pushing, but it's not something you would do for the normal Rift, because I tried to take it last night to do a little bit of Goblin. Well, I come across a Goblin. I couldn't even kill a Goblin. It's just weird stuff. Oop, there's a Pyron, by the way. Yeah, because the Goblin doesn't hit back, so... Oop, my wife got... yeah, I mean, she's just trying to get used to... she was using the... what is it called? The Aquila Cuirass. But then, because she changed into the other kind of like gear, Cindercloth, like what is it called? Cindercoat. So that kind of you know, she's trying to get used to the damage input. I mean, damage sustained from all this. So I mean, as a recap, just keep moving and keep like applying curse, and that's about it. And try to avoid all this weird stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty high kind of damage. I try to save my wife here. Yep, that's about it. Yeah, this is a Greater Rift 75, and as you can see, it's very comfortable. I think this would be, it would remain the same if I move up to like 80 or 85. Not quite sure if I get any higher what will happen, but I think it's a very comfortable build. So if you found yourself rather, you know, disappointed with Necromancer because it's too fragile, well, Thorn build is something you should consider. Alright, let's try another round. This, yeah, another round of the... So just moving all these things, and you know, in the past, the Necromancer would have been really in trouble trying to get all these, like, you know, whoa, this guy is pretty relentless. Yeah, I mean, trying to survive through all this like arrow or heat and so on. Okay, alright, just moving through a field here. And just keep applying curse, moving pet around. Not the best map to showcase to you what this build can do. But, you know, just trying to get to it. Oh, wow, nice. Well, in case you wonder, I'm immune to fire damage, so yep. I mean, I'm trying to get the Stone of Jordan work for my Necromancer. I don't have an ancient version of it. so I have no other option. I may as well just avoid one of the damage. And I found that I hate the fire damage the most, so that is the reason why I sort of like do away with it. Alright, eyes. Yeah, I mean the kill time definitely is a bit slower than say a necromancer, kind of like a mage singularity mage necromancer would be so much faster. But sometimes, you know, it's just a trade-off, you know, whether you enjoy a little bit of like a very fuss-free play style, or like, you know, like high maintenance kind of play style. So yeah. So I'm immune to fire, and we are shielded now, so no worries. Got stuck somewhere. So I need one of those boots that would enable me not to to just move through enemy and so on. I think that would be really useful and helpful. Yeah, the more mob you curse, the better, the more damage you have. And you can throw in a little bit of you know, the bone golem as well to get a little bit of stun, and I've got the crispin sentence as well, the ring. So the more of those like you know, stun or movement kind of like impairing kind of like ability, the better it is. All right. So now the shield is off, so I have to be a little bit careful, and the that's done. Not quite sure immune to fire, would it be like immune to explosion at all, so not quite sure whether I should try that as well. Okay, nothing here. Everything alright? Okay, so that is a Rift Guardian. I mean, the fact that I only have like very little kind of gear augmented, I think one actually, I think 1 or 2, and shows that this build is actually quite doable. I only have about two gear that is really following the Thorn kind of like a setup. So a lot of potential, and very excited to see how far I can push this Thorn build. All right, so I think I'll probably do another one for you guys. Yeah, I think let's do another one. I hope I'll have another map, a more exciting one. And I think for my wife as well, trying to get used to the damage dealt received, because she's quite used to the one with Aquila Kuras. It's been a bit of adjustment how far I can push the character. Alright, yet another round of oh, I need the keystone. So okay, I tell you what, guys, I mean, let's just round up the video with another. Well, you know, I've got a Thorn build. Let me just save this guy. Let me just switch back to my another one, and then you can tell the kind of like a difference between the two of them. But of course, it's going to be a difference, and the difference could be rather rather a fair bit. But yeah, I mean, let's round up the video with just a you know, normal riff that I'm going to showcase to you. The difference between the mage build and the Thorn build. I hope I won't die here though. Yep, so that is the same difficulties, and that is the Necromancer, the LoN mage build. Have to be a little bit careful when it you know, when you have to avoid some of this damage, and I have to switch my mind as well, because I've been like ignoring all the damage, and now I'm switching back to the fragile kind of like a build. So Have to pull back a little bit, know when to go in, when not to. So as you can see, pretty strong, pretty effective. So a little bit of switching between the two. If I want to push Greater Rift, I go for Thorn build. If I want to just have fun, kill things really fast, then yeah, maybe you know, this build is very good. So if I play Bounty, I probably would just use this build. Whoa. So yep, that is about it. And the conduit. Yeah, just have to be careful. Final surface pop already, so at any moment in time, you know, if I receive another shot or explosion, then you know, the character will just die. Oh, there's a lot of like a goblin here, the blue one. So there's a whole bunch of like good loot over here. Yep, there you go. Yeah, it's super effective. I mean, compared to say, you know, the LoN build for the Thorn build. So now you can see a different. Both of them are Torment 16. So one is Greater Rift 75, and another one is the Torment 16, kind of like a normal Rift, right? So I hope you found this video rather interesting to see what's work in progress, what I'm working on right now. And yes, I'm still continue to play this Diablo game, trying out different builds. So I'm not that ambitious, so I think if I could make the Thorn build work, and that would be the end state of it. I haven't really thought about what's beyond this this build, and so I'm just going to push as far as I can, get more loot that or gear that is relevant to this Thorn build. Alright, thanks for tuning in, and I'll certainly see you again soon. Bye.